Oh, hi, is that Kate?
Yes.
Hi, Kate. It's Vicky Gibbs calling from Autism Spectrum Australia.
How are you?
Good, thank you. We have this time set aside for an interview. Does it still suit you?
Yes, that's fine.
Great. Okay, thank you. Thanks for taking the time and thanks for completing the survey.
That's okay.
So, yeah, I just had a read through of your responses and I can see that your son had an interaction with police that seems to have gone reasonably well. Can you tell me a little bit about what happened on that day?
Yeah, sure. So she had to go to the toilet. So we're travelling from Canberra back to Griffith in New South Wales.
Yep.
So we stopped at Adolescent to try and get her into the toilet. The toilet smelt, so she had a major meltdown and wouldn't go to the toilet. So the next town, a fair while away, and yeah, we were speeding a little bit to try and get her to a toilet. We got pulled over. She's jumped out of the car and was screaming, and the police officers was like, "What's wrong with her?" And then we tried to explain, she has autism, but he was quite dismissive of it.
Right.
And didn't quite get what we were saying, and she was just screaming.
Okay. How old was she at the time?
She's 11.
Okay. So because in the survey, maybe you've clicked on it says, what is the gender of your family member who is on the spectrum? It says male, so that should have said female.
So it's a female, yes.
Okay, that's fine. I'll change it.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just make sure I've got the right form. So it's Kate Miller.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So she's female. Okay. And so you had this incident where she's very upset on the side of the road, and the police said, "What's wrong with her?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay. So did you tell them she had autism?
Yeah. We told her she had autism, and that he was just really dismissive of it.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
So she's jumped out of the car and he's like stopped and he's like, "What's wrong with this child?" We're like, "She has autism." And he's like, "Okay," and then just keep walking. It's like, oh. So she's absolutely screaming, and he's like, to my partner, "Why were you speeding?" We're like, she has to go to the toilet. She wouldn't go to one there because it smelled, and he's like, "Well, why wouldn't you make her? She has autism. There's a smell to it. She's very sensitive to smells. Obviously, it smelled, but just didn't get what we were saying."
Yeah. Yeah. And then what happened?
She stood on the side of the road just throwing rocks while he wrote us a fine, with her still screaming and busting for the toilet.
Okay. Was this this was on a highway?
Yeah, on a highway.
Okay. Okay. So I guess you got the impression that he potentially had no idea what that meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just looking at her like, what a spoiled little kid, basically.
Right. Okay. All right. Is that the only interaction that you've had?
We try not to deal with police kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, Elka's absolutely petrified of them.
Yeah, okay. Your daughter, just the way they look?
Yeah, just the way they look. Coming from an Aboriginal family, being told stuff happened in the past.
Yeah, okay.
Older family members, so absolutely petrified.
Okay, so is that a general feeling amongst the community, regardless of anything to do with autism, about police potentially that's not going to go well?
Yeah.
Okay. And was there another instance, says something here about receiving assistance from police where they were more cautious and trying hard to make things trying not to make things worse. Was there another incident?
Yeah, there was another incident. We had to attend a police station for a family member. Elka's walked in, noticed what they were wearing, and has just absolutely screamed
Right.
and screamed and screamed. The officers came around from the side, got down on her level and spoke to her and said, you know, like, you're safe, we're not going to do anything, we're here to help you.
Okay, so that was a very different...
Yeah, like really positive. He was doing it so that she could understand, and then we was explaining to him, you know, she has a receptive language, so you need to talk quite slow and clear. And yeah, he was really good with it.
I guess it's hard to know why that kind of works well with one but not the other. You know, there'd be so many factors that could come into that. Yeah. Okay, is there anything else that you wanted to add to that?
Well, I personally believe not just police officers but doctors and nurses and all that should have a really good understanding, not only with children with autism but older people as well. Yeah. Like, you know, because if you're by yourself as a teenager and you have to go to a hospital and they're trying to put a needle in you and that, you know, sometimes you might not have an understanding and just have a full-on meltdown. Yeah.
And they might think you're being difficult or whatever. They might think you're being difficult when it's just you don't understand or there's some sensory element going on. Yeah, no, I think you're right. Yeah. All right, okay. Thank you for your time, Kate. We really appreciate it.
No, that's okay, no worries.
Thanks, Kate. See you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.